Good morning student, welcome back in the next video bio. Today I am going to teach you about the fourth kingdom, that is the kingdom Plantae. And students, all the plants come under this kingdom, the kingdom Plantae. So now we will discuss about the characteristics of kingdom Plantae. So they includes the eukaryotic, means all the plants are eukaryotic and they are multicellular. Some type of unicellular plants are also there. They are generally the algae such as Chlamydomonas, cholera and the volvox. These are the unicellular or the single cell plants. One more type of algae is there, which is the multicellular, known as the Spirogyra. These are generally present on the surface of the lakes, ponds, etc. Mostly the plants are autotrophic. Autotrophic means they can prepare their own food. But some plants such as dodder and Rafflesia, they are the parasitic plants, means they feed on the other plants. They generally lives on the other plants and then eat them. Next is the carnivorous plants, means they generally eat the small insect, etc. Examples are Venus flytrap and the pitcher plant. Students, these types of plants generally grow in the soil where nitrogen is very less, and you all know that plant need the nitrogen. So how to overcome from this problem? They generally eat the small insect, digest them with the help of their digestive juice. For example, Venus flytrap and pitcher plant secrete the juices which digest the insect and then digest the protein from that, and protein give the nitrogen, means protein is generally made up of the nitrogen. So they get the nitrogen from it. Then students, plants are divided into two types known as the non-flowering plants and the flowering plants. Non-flowering plants are the plants which do not bear the flowers, and the flowering plants which bear the flowers or which have the flowers. Now we will discuss about some different type of plants. First one is the algae. I already told you about the unicellular, multicellular types of algae. So algae are the simplest plant and they are mostly aquatic. Some also grow on the moist rock or soil, means where moisture is present, algae can grow. All the algae have chlorophyll and can do the photosynthetic reactions. And some are red or brown in color. Seaweeds are algae and so the scum that flow on the ponds and stagnant pools. Stagnant means where water is not moving, means खड़ा हुआ पानी, जैसे ponds, drainage. These are the example of the stagnant pools, जहाँ पे पानी खड़ा होता है, like pools, etc. Now second one are the mosses. Mosses are the simplest and smallest land plants. These are the mosses, and they do not have true roots, stems, leaves, but their structure resembling to the plants, and they prefer the moist place. During the rainy season you can easily find them. They are growing in the damp soils or the damp walls, tree trunks, etc. Now come to the third type of plant. They are the ferns. You have already seen this. Maybe some have grown in their garden also. So ferns are mostly land plants, though they are aquatic ferns also, and they generally grow in the shady damp places. They have roots, stems, leaves, etc. Then fourth type of plant is cone bearing plants, or known as the naked seed plant. Why they called like cone bearing or the naked? Because the seeds produced by the cones are naked or not covered by the fruit. For example, when you go to the mountain region, you have might seen these cones. So these are generally the naked seeds. Now fifth plant is the close-seeded plants, means these flowers have the seeds and they are enclosed inside the fruit. So generally close-seeded means they are inside the fruit. So generally all crop plant, most garden plants, timber plants are cold-seeded plant. Examples brinjal, chili, ladyfinger, etc. And now according to seed also, seed is also divided into two types. One is the Dicot plant and the second one is the Monocot plant. Students, you have already studied about the Cotyledon. Cotyledon is the whitish part of the seed which reserve the food for the growing seedling, and when the seed germinate, that time it provide the nutrition to the growing sapling. So seeds are divided into two types, Dicot plant and the Monocot plant. Dicot plant means they have the two cotyledons and monocot plants have the single cotyledon. The roots of the dicot plants are taproot, means this type of root. You have seen single root you can easily find, and they have reticulate venation. Reticulate venation means they do not have a proper structures of the vein, but they have the random scattered veins. And the monocot roots are fibrous root, means they have the dense network of roots, and they have the parallel venation. Parallel venations means they have the parallel. You can see like this. They have the parallel venations. So you have already studied in 6th class about the reticulate venation and the parallel venation. So this is the kingdom Plantae.